The current state of my life is fantastic, man. I feel really good about it. This last, I'd say, year and a half has been a little challenging. I'm in the industry, the entertainment industry, so with strikes and everything that's happened, just a lot of gut checks and a lot of new realizations and just understandings about an overall picture. I don't tend to get hung up on the small things, so that makes a big difference now.
The current state of America, I feel that economically, considering everything we've been through and where we are right now, we've done pretty well because I look at places like China that was a were doing amazingly well, and they've fallen behind. Russia, evidently, with their economic and war problems, they've fallen behind. So I feel like while we're not perfect economically, we're doing okay.
All right, I'm really not too concerned about the world unless I'll have to move out of the country because Trump, if Trump becomes president, move to Uruguay where it's cheaper to live.
That is even a little bit more precarious in my mind than just the state of the country. I am concerned that I see a lot of hard right political developments in Europe and throughout the world, Africa, Israel. Like, we are not specifically in the middle of the Israel Hamas war, but we're certainly involved in it. And Ukraine and Russia worries me a great deal. I was very, very happy to see that the hard right was defeated and became more compromised in France. But I worry a little bit that that's an anomaly, although Britain kind of pulled through okay too. But I am concerned about that because I feel like, again, the factions get worse and worse. And as these wars develop, they inevitably we get involved because we are such a superpower. But I worry about being pulled deeper into situations that are not good for us.
The future is definitely uncertain. I I really don't know, and I don't think a lot of people know because unless the system is taken down and we start again with a brand new system with the people in charge, like how this country was started. We didn't have this tyrannical government. Well, we have a tyrannical government now, and that's why this country was founded. I thought was to get away from that, the monarchy, and have a government that's for the people, and we don't have that now. And so I really don't know what the state of the. I don't want to live in fear, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer necessarily, but it doesn't look good.
Well, they say going to hell in a handbasket. I think you're already there. It's a way we have to now figure out how to work back and get out of the handbasket that's in hell already. So, not standing for a lot of this nonsense. Everybody has to be responsible for themselves, and being put in slavery to taking responsibility for others is absolutely unacceptable. There's people running around taking that free ride, recreating, bringing more people that don't work, aren't productive, have no purpose and no reason. And that's just bringing the herd down.
I'm not too sure. But yesterday, one of my friends was talking to me about how if China invades Taiwan, that's going to have basically a huge effect on the stock market and basically everyone's income that they get the stock market because Taiwan is like the main producer of all these AI chips. So, if something like that were to happen, I think it would affect a lot of people's, incomes that they invest in their money through the stock market, especially since the S&P 500 is made up of those five big companies that controls about 80% of the stock market. So if something like that were to happen, and something could happen like that, I think that a lot of us upper middle class families would find ourselves in almost a a lower class, lower middle class, because of how these companies basically affect the whole stock market and control everything.